My people, let's talk real because this one will shock you. You see this Nollywood industry, and it's like a big market where everybody has something to say. Recently, Maurice has found himself in the middle of constant chatter, not because of his movies, but because of his personal life. Can you imagine? Instead of celebrating his craft, people are busy monitoring who he's with, what he's doing outside set, and twisting small issues into national news. The shocking part is how fast admiration can turn into criticism. Yesterday they were hailing him, today they are dragging him like generator wire. But the truth is this: a man's personal life should not determine his career. Talent is talent. And if we're being honest, Maurice has proven himself over and over on screen. Yet, fans forget all that the moment one small drama pops up. It's almost unfair that someone can give their all on set and still face pressure for things that don't even concern his acting. It makes you ask, should we really allow personal noise to overshadow professional brilliance? That's exactly the kind of pressure Maurice is facing right now. Now let's flip the coin, because gist without balance no day sweet. Despite all this drama, anybody who has worked with Maurice will tell you he's still the same cheerful, light-hearted guy on set. He's that actor who will come in, crack small jokes, ease tension, and turn a stressful filming day into something enjoyable. That's his real self, sweet, calm, and full of positive energy. But here's the funny thing: when gossip starts flying outside, people forget this side of him. They only remember the twisted stories that blogs push out. Meanwhile, behind the cameras, he's still the guy bringing laughter and vibes. Sometimes it's almost shocking how quickly people change perception. One rumor and suddenly admiration turns into suspicion. But if you ask his colleagues, they'll tell you the truth: the Maurice they know is far from the image gossip paints. Isn't it crazy that one man's joyful presence can be ignored just because noise online is louder? This gist just shows that many fans are quick to forget, but the reality is, Maurice continues to carry that sweet energy no matter what storms are raging outside. Or, let's not even pretend, because another layer of this gist is how Maurice's attention got disrupted at one point. People close to the matter will tell you about Port's influence, how it crept in like small water leak and ended up shaking Maurice's balance. My people, imagine working hard, focusing on your set performance, and then someone from outside pulls you into unnecessary distractions. It's like you're rowing a calm canoe on a peaceful river, then out of nowhere, rapids show up and you're struggling to keep steady. That's what happened with Maurice. His flow, his sweet vibes, his focus on craft, suddenly interrupted. And fans, instead of understanding, started analyzing and adding more pressure. They didn't see the battle he was fighting behind the scenes, they only saw drama online. Sometimes we forget that actors are human too. Distractions come, challenges enter, but instead of grace, people bring criticism. This part of the gist is really a reminder: behind every calm smile on screen, there might be personal storms nobody knows about. Yet, Maurice still shows up, delivering like nothing happened. If that's not strength, then what is? Gist lovers, here's where things get juicy. Have you noticed how fans sometimes claim love but bring wahala instead? That's exactly what Maurice is facing. Instead of cheering his work and talent, some people twist stories and create chaos for him. They say they are fans, but their actions show otherwise. One small video. They'll turn it into a full-blown scandal. One harmless photo. They'll drag it until tension fills everywhere. And poor Maurice is left carrying drama he didn't sign up for. This is the irony: the same people who should protect and uplift his name are the ones creating battles he has to fight. Isn't it strange? People forget that admiration is supposed to feel supportive, not suffocating. And when it crosses that line, it becomes pressure. The weight of expectations, the non-stop comparisons, the endless gossip, all of this rests on his shoulders. At the end of the day, Maurice is human, not a machine. But the way fans act, you'd think he owes them perfection. The gist here is simple: sometimes the so-called love from fans is what creates the very storms actors have to endure. Let's enter another angle, because this one will shock you. What looks like love from fans can actually become obsession, and that's where things get messy. When admiration is balanced, it feels like support. But when fans start monitoring every move, overanalyzing every word, and twisting every post, it turns into obsession. And obsession always brings pressure. That's what Maurice and Sonia are dealing with. Imagine carrying battles you never created, facing scrutiny over issues that don't even exist, simply because fans decided to make noise. It's draining. Instead of being celebrated for his hard work, Maurice gets dragged into stories that don't reflect his true self. And Sonia too. The poor lady finds herself in narratives she didn't ask for. The truth is, obsession blinds people. They no longer see talent, they only chase drama. This just makes one thing clear: when admiration crosses into obsession, it stops being love and becomes a burden. And sadly, that's the weight Maurice and Sonia are carrying, even while giving their best on set. The suspense is in wondering, how much more can they endure? Or, Sonia, let's give her flowers because this lady saw behind her herself. You know, in Nollywood gist, people always expect reactions. They want clapbacks, they want dragging, they want fire. But Sonia knows they give them that satisfaction. Instead, she moves with silence. And that silence, my people, it's powerful. She knows that responding to every rumor only adds more fuel to the fire. So, instead of wasting energy, she preserves her peace and focuses on her craft. That's real strength, because silence in the middle of noise is not weakness, it's wisdom. But you know, fans, they like to misinterpret. When she doesn't talk, some people say she's weak, others say she's hiding something. Meanwhile, the truth is she's just smart enough not to waste her breath on nonsense. The suspense here is beautiful. While fans are waiting for drama, Sonia is already 3 steps ahead, protecting her mental space. Isn't it interesting how quietness can sometimes be the loudest response? Sonia shows that not every noise requires attention, and in doing so, she teaches fans an important lesson about maturity and boundaries. Now, gist lovers, this one is the most unnecessary drama of all. Fans love to compare Sonia and Maurice as if they are in some secret competition. They pit their movies against each other, argue about who's doing better, and create tension that doesn't even exist in real life. Can you imagine? These two actors, who are just doing their jobs, suddenly find themselves in imaginary races. And it's exhausting. Because instead of focusing on their unique talents, people reduce their success to comparisons. Maurice with his light-hearted charm, Sonia with her calm professionalism, both are different but equally valuable. Yet, fans ignore this balance and invent rivalries. The suspense here is in how much pressure this kind of talk creates behind the scenes. Think about it, you're giving your all, putting in sleepless nights for your craft, only for people to start comparing you to your colleague unfairly. Isn't it ridiculous? The truth is, there's no competition. The comparisons live only in the minds of fans who love drama more than talent. And sadly, this steals attention away from the originality both actors bring to Nollywood. You see gossip, it's like wildfire, small spark and everywhere go they burn. For Maurice and Sonia, gossip has become louder than their talent sometimes, and that's painful to watch. The cost of gossip is that it overshadows real work. While they are busy acting, giving their best performances, people online are busy twisting small details into big scandals. Instead of celebrating the laughter Maurice brings to set or the calm energy Sonia radiates, fans talk more about rumors than achievements. Isn't it sad? And the deeper truth is that gossip doesn't just damage reputation, it drains energy, it distracts focus, and it steals joy. That's why it's unfair. People see the drama but they don't see how it weighs on the actors emotionally. The gist here is simple: when gossip becomes louder than talent, everyone loses. Fans lose the chance to appreciate good art, and the actors lose the peace they need to thrive. But still, Maurice and Sonia keep showing up, proving that real professionals don't let gossip define them, even when it tries so hard to overshadow everything else. Now, here's where it gets inspiring. Despite all the walla, the gossip, the comparisons, the obsession, both Maurice and Sonia continue to shine. That's resilience. That's patience. That's professionalism. Maurice still shows up on set with his sweet, light-hearted energy. Sonia still holds her calm, strategic silence. Together, they prove that strength is not always about loudness but about consistency. And that consistency is what sets them apart. My people, do you know how hard it is to keep smiling when the world is dragging your name? Do you know how hard it is to stay focused when fans are trying to push you into battles you didn't start? That's exactly what they are doing. The suspense here is in how long they can keep this up without breaking. But so far, they've shown us that resilience pays. And it's inspiring because it teaches fans too. If your faves can handle storms with grace, then surely you can learn to respect their journey instead of adding more chaos. At the end of the day, resilience is what separates stars from noisemakers. And Maurice and Sonia are proving it. Finally, let's round this gist with a big takeaway. Fans need to rethink what real support means. True support celebrates talent. It uplifts, it protects, it creates peace. But when admiration turns into obsession, when comparisons become the norm, when gossip overshadows craft, that's no longer support. That's sabotage. The lesson here is clear. Maurice and Sonia deserve fans who cheer their work, not fans who invent battles. Imagine working tirelessly to perfect your art only for people to create fake drama around you. It's heartbreaking. And yet, they carry that weight with grace. The truth is, admiration should never suffocate. It should inspire and uplift. And fans need to realize that stars are human too. They deserve space to breathe, to grow, to focus on their careers without constant interference. If fans can learn this, Nollywood will shine even brighter. So gist lovers, the moral of the story is this: let's love our stars in ways that free them, not in ways that cage them. Because true admiration doesn't twist stories, it celebrates creativity.